Detective games have this special kind of magic. They're not just about solving puzzles. They pull you into rich stories and immersive worlds where every clue matters. If you've ever yearned to experience the thrill of a genuine detective, these independent games are sure to captivate you. If you mixed Ace Attorney with a classic game of Clue and set it in early 20th century China, you'd get Murders on the Yangtze River. It's short but seriously challenging. Definitely not for the faint of heart. You play as John Shen, a traveling detective who's sharp as a tack, alongside your upbeat assistant, Frankie. Together, you'll dive into dark crime scenes, question shady suspects, and search for contradictions in their stories. If you love open-world games and solving mysteries on your own terms, Shadows of Doubt is a must-play. Set in a dystopian city where everyone has their own schedule and secrets. You're a private investigator trying to catch a murderer. This game lets you really be a detective. You'll gather fingerprints, check security footage, break into buildings, because sometimes you gotta bend the rules, and piece together clues however you want. Plus, every case is randomly generated, so no two games feel the same. This one's for fans of futuristic sci-fi vibes. Nobody Wants to Die takes place in the year 2200, and you play as James Kara, a detective with some seriously high-tech tools. Think UV lights for hidden clues, and a time-rewinding device to reconstruct crime scenes. What really makes this game stand out is how it challenges your sense of right and wrong. It's not just about solving a case. It's about the moral choices you'll have to make along the way. Imagine being stuck on the night shift as a radio DJ, and suddenly, you're the only hope for people trying to escape a killer. That's Killer Frequency, a love letter to classic 80s horror flicks and old-school radio shows. Set in the small town of Gallows Creek, you'll take frantic calls from terrified listeners, guiding them through life-or-death situations. Every choice you make could mean saving someone, or letting them fall victim to the killer. Okay, so Back to the Dawn is a little different. You play as a Fox journalist who gets thrown into prison after poking your nose where it didn't belong. Now, stuck behind bars with other anthropomorphic animals, you'll need to survive, gather clues, and figure out who set you up. Yeah, it sounds quirky with all the furry characters, but don't let that fool you. It's a tough, gritty investigative RPG with serious strategy involved. Mercury Abbey is wild, in the best way possible. Imagine Scooby-Doo meets Sherlock Holmes, but add a dash of cosmic horror. You play as a detective dog, yep, really, and your young sidekick solving bizarre mysteries tied to secret societies, mythical creatures, and conspiracies that are seriously out there. It's weird, it's fun, and it's packed with surprises. Tails Noir is straight-up noir perfection. If you love moody detective stories with dark, gritty vibes, this game's for you. You play as Howard Lotor, a raccoon private investigator trying to get by in a dystopian version of Vancouver. The city's full of secrets, and the choices you make will pull you deeper into its morally messy underworld. It's stylish, emotional, and seriously underrated. Definitely worth your time if you're into classic detective storytelling. You can't talk about detective games without mentioning Disco Elysium. This isn't just a game, it's an experience. You wake up from a drunken bender with no memory of who you are or why you're investigating a murder. What makes this game so special isn't just the mystery, it's discovering yourself. Every decision shapes who you become. A brilliant detective, a total disaster, or something in between. So, which one caught your eye? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which mystery you're ready to dive into next.